Hello friends, how you doing? It is me, Lasty here. Welcome today to a brand new episode of The Road to Glory. Today, once again, powered by my awesome sponsor over at Elgato. Now, we're going to be doing a weekend league speed run, so obviously I needed to capture the gameplay. I do that with my internal 4K 60 Pro. That is my capture device of choice. Of course, Elgato have an entire range of different capture devices, internal in your PC or external that you can travel away with and use on different devices. For example, the new Switch 2 that came out recently, people are going to be capturing their gameplay on that with the likes of the 4KX. So if you are looking to capture your gameplay and stuff, check down below in the description. My special Elgato link is down there. And that will literally take you to elgato.com. You guys can save 5% if you use code LA5TY and check out all of the cool stuff that they've got to offer. Thank you once again to Elgato. Let's get cracking into our Champs speedrun. Now, you might be wondering, why have you got a couple of little packs here? Well, it's because in order to get into the Champs speedrun, I needed to qualify for Jams, and I'd forgotten to do that. So I just went in, I literally got like a 2-0 rage quit in my first game, ended my playoffs and qualified. So I did it as quickly as possible, and that took me up another level and gave me a little pack and stuff. So that's what we've done. And now this is game one of the weekend league, which for the last couple of weeks I've been sort of streaming it. I decided against that today. I was just like chilling in my office with the AC blaring and Spotify going in my ears, and I was just concentrating. I wondered if that would make any difference to my overall result, that sort of thing. And I also wanted to like speed run it. I wanted to get it done as quick as possible because I'd been out for a few hours on my walking and jogging and that sort of thing, trying to get healthy. Actually kind of injured my calf a little bit whilst I was doing a bit of jogging today. Perhaps I'm still a little bit too big for running. I should just carry on with the walking and the diet and stuff. But yeah, hopefully that doesn't put me out of action for too long. But I lost my first game of Champs. So normally that actually means I end up having a better Champs run. We'll see. We'll see about that. So I'm 0-1. Then we come up against this squad right here. And I'm like, wow, we're just not going to catch a break. Every team is going to be crazy now at this point. And we know that, you know, the team I'm using is exceptional. A front six that I'm not necessarily used to. I've gone with Kante and Modric today. So Hullet is out. Hullet has been removed from the starting 11. That's like a daunting thing for me because he's normally so good. But I have to say, right off the rip, Kante and Modric did a superb job for me in CDM. I really like both of them cards. It's going to be difficult for me to even think about bringing Hullet back into the squad because they're just so awesome. I really like them. And then, of course, in cam spots, I had Jude Bellingham and Lauren James. We've used James, but as a striker, and then Bellingham I've not managed to use yet, so that'll be a first time for that. Enjoyed both of those as well. They're very different though, of course. Lauren James has that crazy speed boost, and then Jude Bellingham kind of helps out as like an extra midfielder, and has nice passing and stuff, and he's a little bit stronger and whatnot, so you've got a little bit of an outlet there for that. And then I've gone with Zidane and Harder up top. A completely different strike force that I don't think I ever thought I would really use. Harder was a lot more coins than she is nowadays when Bundesliga tots and stuff came out, and I didn't think I'd ever be able to afford her or get lucky enough to pack her. I know all the pros that used her during that weekend said really great things about her, said how good she performed and stuff. I have to just like agree with them. She's incredible. It's a really fun card. I like the fact that it's got like passing playstyles and then also a really nice shooting ones, the finesse shot, the low driven shot, and then Zidane up front. That's not something I thought would happen, but of course with the Evo that we recently did on him, it gave him like a lot more attacker sort of style stats and play styles. We've got rapid on him, we've got finesse on him, and of course we've got crazy stats and the striker position, so he can be an advanced forward plus. It's just genuinely a little bit insane. So from 0-1, I go to 4-1, and then from 4-1, I went to 4-5, and I was like, and there wasn't that much time in between it. I think I quit all of the games because I was like 3-0 down or that sort of thing. And like I said, I was trying to get through these games relatively fast. I think I did my entire champs run and open the rewards in 2 hours. 1 hour 58, I think my capture said. So that's that's decent. That's quicker than it normally is, for sure. There were a lot of people quitting, including myself, for those games. But yeah, I mean, 4 and 5 certainly put me at a slightly better elo, and it just made the games a lot more manageable. I didn't lose those games on purpose. They just, when I got to 4 and 1, the games became really difficult for the next few, whether it's just unfortunate matchmaking or just a little bit of unluckiness, or I wasn't playing the greatest, I don't know. But I did lose 4 games in a row, and then decided that, you know what, we're better than that. We need to go on a little bit of a... We need to go on a run. We need to do well here. We need to get a decent result, because I want to get the best chance of getting good rewards. Now, the rewards are obviously changed because Shapeshifters is the latest promo. We no longer get the TOTS red picks. It's a mix between Shapeshifters and Ultimate TOTS, but even the Ultimate TOTS aren't red, they're blue. So there is that, which is a little bit different to how we've had it in previous years. I did not know that Alicia Lehman could play centre mid, by the way. This guy's playing her there. I played her at left back, and have to say, she did really, really well. I think the 99 pace and quick step helps a ton. And David Beckham at right back, by the way. Oh my God, what a player. Just in general, my squad was brilliant. I thought Jonathan Tah was the best that I've used him, and he felt like the best centre-back on the game. Now, I haven't really felt that with him at all when using him. I always preferred Van der Ven, and I prefer like Gabriel, and I even liked Rudiger more than I liked Jonathan Tah. But this weekend, oh my days, or this FUT Champs run, should I say, because I played it on a Monday, not on a weekend. He was, yeah, just insane. So... of course, I still leak goals. I'm always going to do that, but I was scoring them, and it was harder a lot of the time that we're sticking the ball in the back of the net. The 2 girls in the attack, the Lauren James card and Harder, they were both scoring some lovely goals for me. And Zidane was getting involved as well. Some of his goals were like bicy's from. He's perfect for that. He's literally got bicycle kick plus, or whatever it's called, as one of his play styles, which is useful for corners and whatnot. But as you can see, we're going on a bit of a run now. I've not lost a game since we were 4 and 5, and we're now up to 8 wins. So 8 and 5. So we've now got 2 games remaining, and I got Jude Bellingham sent off. So I ended up playing Trincao for the game where he was red carded. I just thought, someone else that I could give a go. Again, I've heard good things. My last 2 opponents were actually pretty good FC players, but I was just on a roll at this point, and felt like the servers didn't feel bad or anything. I'd kind of figured out, like, okay, get the ball with Lauren James. We're probably going to need a little bit of a speed boost down the wing. If that's not working because they've got like a Dumfries or Immobile, then cut inside with Lauren James, get that ball to Zidane or Harder. They've both got passing play styles. Play it between the 2 of them. Utilize Harder's really good left stick dribbling and the fact that she can shoot from inside or outside the box, in either corner with finesse or low driven. And that was just, I was on it, is what I would say. So I get up to 9 wins with a game remaining, and we come up against this fella with this really nice squad, some Man City Evos and stuff in there. I get a little bit lucky with the way the ball falls for me for goal number 1. But then Bellingham scores to put me 2-0 up in the 60th, and literally from that kickoff that my opponent just took, we won the ball back with Lauren James, shot near post, and went 3-0 up, and he quit. So I've just equaled my best result of the year, which is 10 wins. I've had that like 4 or 5 times now this year, and I class myself as a particularly average FC player at 35 years old. You know, I don't quite have the reactions of the younger generation anymore. But so 10 wins for me is banging, and to do that in just under 2 hours is also insane for me. So losing those 4 games in a row, we literally didn't lose again after that. We just won all of the games through and got 10 wins. 10 and 5. Not bad. I told you we do better when we lose the first game of champs. That just is what happens. So anyway, on to the rewards that I ended up getting from that. I'm going to take, these are tradable player picks. You pick 2 of 5, 2 of 4, and they're 85 plus. So I don't know if the smart thing would have been better to take 86s and 85s here because of how useful they are in SBCs. I've heard that Hagerberg is like 3.8k now as an 89 rated card. That's a little bit insane, but I'll probably just use them as fodder. Now here are my Ultimate Tots / Shapeshifters player picks. For 10 wins, we get Sams, we get Stein, and we get a 94 Kogel Shapeshifter. So I'll take the rating there. I'll take 96 Stein. First time packing him. Again, looks a pretty good card. And then the next batch, that looks like a Shapeshifter. Ooh, 96 Diani is kind of nice. Decent playstyles on her. And then another Shapeshifter in Germa. We've had her before. And then Tots. Oh, Simon, whatever, however you pronounce that name. I'm definitely taking Diani in that instance. So I get 2 96 rated cards from that. Is that all right? Is that decent? Is it? What do you think? I don't think they're very expensive, either of those. But it's not quite the 97s and 98s that some of the players have got, is it? And from 10 wins, maybe I'd hope for like an elite player. I don't know. Maybe Diani is that. We'll have to try her out and see how she performs at Cam. Gold in my 85 times 10 tradable. Unfortunately, it would have been real nice to see a Shapeshifter there just to make a little bit of money, but I did get 91 Haaland. A Shapeshifter here in my double 88 pack is going to be, behind Endler, we are going to get, hopefully, someone great. Who's it going to be then? Endler spins around, and it is Mukiele, one that we've already had. Okay, all right, well, no worries. I've already put him into an SBC like 3 times, I think, so we've got him back again. Good fodder for the club. Ultimate Tots / Shapeshifters tradable pack. We do get a Shapeshifter. Striker Italian Serie A. That's going to be an Inter flag, or Inter badge, should I say. And it is going to be that man, Acerbi, again. Again, packed him already, too. And I know he doesn't go for much, so that, as a tradable player, it could have been so much better. And unfortunately for me, it just wasn't. And then the pièce de résistance is my premium Shapeshifters pack. It's a 3 Shapeshifter pack. And we get what looks like a hero in JJ Okocha. So good they named him twice. He's got a CDM card, 95 rated. And that's a Schlotterbeck, 95 again. So there can't be anything higher rated in this pack. We've ended up getting 3 95s, or there could be a 94 in the pack, actually. And that's exactly what it is. It's a 94 Kogel again, and then Schlotterbeck and Okocha. So I now have packed a Shapeshifter hero. Haven't packed an icon yet. We've done Zidane, we've got Beckham, and they're both Shapeshifter icons, but then it's not like a first owner packed type player, if you know what I mean. Overall, loved the team. Really did love the team. If I was going to pick any weak links at all, it would probably be Jude Bellingham and Alicia Lehmann, and Zidane as a striker. Everyone else was like 9.9 out of 10. I thought they did great. Even the 3 that I've just mentioned were probably 9 out of 10. So don't act as though they're not good or I didn't rate them, because I actually really did. And we come to the end of the episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching today. If you have enjoyed, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. That was my FUT Champ speed run and rewards, all in one little tidy video for you with a bow on top. Subscribe if you're new, follow me on all my socials, and don't forget my Elgato link is down below. Thank you to those of you that use that. Take it easy, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.